Hello there, welcome back to Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. This is episode 154, and this time out we are at Memorial Coliseum in Lexington, Kentucky for game number 15 of the New York Nets, the 1974-75 New York Nets replay project using Uptempo Basketball from the Clark and Addison Gaming Company and creator Brian Haverkamp. It's game number 15, as I mentioned. The Nets are in the middle of this long 7-game road trip. They played Kentucky in game 14, which the Nets won 106-84. So they lead the season series 1-0. In real life, this game was won by Kentucky 132-129 in double overtime. It's been 3 days since the last game for the Nets, even though they are staying in the Lexington or Louisville area. There's been 3 days. 3 days have elapsed since the last game, excuse me. So before we get started, let's take a quick look at the stats. So we didn't look at them before last game, but there's still no surprises here. The 5 starters are leading the scoring, with Dr. J on top, averaging 28.1 points per game. You might notice that reserve players Bill Melchione and Willie Sojourner have only played in 13 games. That's because the way I handle that is a player has to at least have made a defensive play or taken a shot to appear in the stats as having played that game. All right, so we use percentile die. Mostly the 2 white ones. I will use the black one if I need a tenths result. Sometimes I roll all 3 even when I don't need them. So let's get this thing underway. Oh, one other mention. The Nets are 12-2 coming into this game. That is the replay record. And Kentucky coming into this game was 10-1. That is their real-life record, hence the asterisk. All right, jump ball. That's going to go to the Nets. And here they come. And they turn it over, and we are underway. Right back to the Nets. And there's 11:20 left in the first period, and that's going to be a basket. And making that shot, it's going to be the Doctor. So the Nets are on the board 2-0. And we go the other way with the Colonels, trying to redeem themselves from that last performance. There's a foul on that one. Going to the line is going to be back up power forward Ronald Thomas. He's a 47.9 free throw shooter. First one's good. Misses the second one. So one for Thomas from the free throw line. The Colonels are on the board. They trail 2-1, 10:40 to go in the opening period. That's going to be another basket for the Nets. And it's going to be Julius Erving again. 4 points for the Nets, all 4 coming from Doctor. It's 4-1 with 10:20 to go in the opening period. We got a turnover from Kentucky. That crushed them in the last game, the amount of turnovers they had. Here come the Nets the other way. And this shot's going up from the Doctor. He will be defended by Will Jones, who's a -8. That's going to make Erving a 43.5. Good defense from Jones, and Kentucky goes the other way, trailing 4-1. And there's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Artis Gilmore, the big man. He is a 69.9 free throw shooter. First one's good. Second one is good as well. So it's a 1-point game. All 3 points for the Colonels coming from the line here early. 9:20 to go, opening period. Nets lead 4-3. And there's another foul. Going to the line this time is going to be Julius Erving. He's a 79.9 free throw shooter. First one's good. And so is the second one. So it's Irving 6 so far, and Kentucky 3. 9 minutes to go in the opening period. That's a basket for Kentucky, and getting that one to drop is Dan Issel. Six to 5 in favor of the Nets. 8:40 to go in the opening period. Another foul down at the Nets end. Going to the line this time is going to be Larry Keenan. He's a 77 even free throw shooter. First one does not drop for Keenan. Neither does the second one. Rebound Kentucky, and they're going the other way. Chance to take the lead. Here's a shot up by Artis Gilmore. He will be defended by Billy Paltz, who's a -7. That makes Gilmore 51 even. And Gilmore wins that big man battle. And Kentucky takes the lead 7-6. 8 minutes to go, opening period. And the Nets are going to go on a run. Not what Kentucky wanted to see. All right, 87. It's going to be a 10-2 run for the Nets. All right. Let's see what row we're looking at. 90. So it's going to be the bottom row here. So, point guard's going to score a basket, and that's going to be Bill Melchioni. That gets the Nets to 8. Nothing from the shooting guard. 2 free throws from the small forward. So Irving picks up another 2 from the line. Oh, hold on, I should have rolled for that. I apologize. And yes, it's Irving. All right. And from the power forward, we're going to get a basket. We're going to get a basket plus a foul with a made free throw, and then 1 for 2 from the line. And that will be Larry Keenan. So Keenan gets basket and 2 free throws. The basket gets them to 12. 2 free throws get them to 14. And we get 2 from the Kentucky point guard. And that's going to be Louis Dampier. We get 2 from Dampier. So make sure I have all these players marked for the Nets so I know who played in this game. And it looks like it's only been 3 players so far. But Dampier picks up the 2. And the score is now, after that run, the Nets lead 14-9. We take 2 minutes off the clock. We're down to 6 minutes in the opening period. And it is Kentucky's ball. And that's a turnover. Nets coming the other way. Yeah, that's a basket. And making that one, Doctor again, leading all scorers with 10 points here in the opening period. It's 16-9. Nets have built up a 7-point lead. 5:20 to go in the period. And that's going to be a basket for the Colonels and Louis Dampier. So it's 16-11 in favor of the Nets. 5 minutes to go, opening period. And that's a basket, and that is point guard Brian Taylor. 18-11, 4:40 to go, opening period. This shot is being taken by Dan Issel. He will be defended by Ed Manning. Manning is a -6. That's going to make Issel 41.3. Good defense by Manning, and the Nets are going the other way. with another basket. And this time it's Big John Williamson, Super John. Nets are at 20. They lead by 9, 20-11. 4 minutes to go, opening period. Colonels need a run. And they're going to get, or no, excuse me, they are going to get a three-pointer. And making this shot from out at the arc is Louis Dampier. Dampier hits the three. And that helps. It's a 6-point game, 20-14, 3:40 to go, opening period. Nets turn the ball over. Here's a chance for the Colonels to cut into that lead some more. And they will. And making that shot is Louis Dampier. Dampier with 9 points here in the first quarter. It's a 4-point game, 20-16. 3 minutes to go, opening period. Nets turn the ball over again. And the Colonels are having a run in kind. And there's a foul committed down at the Kentucky end. Going to the line is going to be Bert Everett. He is a 77.8 free throw shooter. First one's good. And so is the second one. So Everett gets on the score sheet. It's a 2-point game, 20-18. Nice little run by the Colonels. There's 2:20 to go in the opening period. Here come the Nets. And that's going to be a basket. And making that one will be Brian Taylor, BT, with the layup. 4-point game, 22-18. Favor of the Nets. 2 minutes to go, opening period. And there's a foul. And going to the line is going to be Bert Everett, 77.8 free throw shooter. First one's good. And so is the second one. 4 points for Everett here in the first, all coming from the line. And it is a 2-point game. 2, 4, 6, 20-22. 1:40 to go, opening period. And here is a shot by Billy Paltz. He gets that one to drop, and he's fouled. So Paltz gets on the board. And he's going to go to the line to make this a 3-point play. He is a 74.8 free throw shooter. And he does get that to drop. And it's now 25-20 in favor of the Nets. 5-point lead with 1:20 to go in the opening period. It's a basket for Kentucky. And that is going to be backup center Jim Bradley. 3-point game, 25-22. 1 minute to go, opening period. Nets turn the ball over. Here comes Kentucky the other way. They're going to get another basket here. And it's Dan Issel. 1-point game, 25-24 in favor of the Nets. 20 seconds to go in the opening period. There's a basket for New York. And making that is Willie Sojourner. Backup big man. Gets on the score sheet. And it is now 27-24, 3-point play. That's Kentucky's ball for the final possession. And they are going to score on that. And making that one is Bert Everett. All right, so we got a close one. Nets lead 27-26 at the end of the first period. I'll get some totals and be right back. All right, we're back for the start of the second quarter with the Nets leading 27-26. And let's jump this one. This time it goes to Kentucky. And they're going to take the lead here with a basket from Artis Gilmore. So it's now 28-27 in favor of Kentucky. 11:40 to go in the half as we're just getting the second period underway. There's a foul. Going to the line will be Dr. J. He is a 79-9 free throw shooter. First one's good. And so is the second one. Rattles around and drops in. And now it's 29-28 in favor of the Nets. 11:20 to go in the first half. Kentucky turns the ball over. Here come the Nets the other way with 11 minutes to go. And there's another foul down at that end. And going to the line, as you guessed it, Julius Erving. He is a 79-9. First one is good. And so is the second one. Erving with 14 points in this game early in the second period. And the Nets have built up a little lead. That's a 3-point lead, 31-28. With 10:40 to go. Here comes Kentucky, and they're going to score here. And it's Ronald Thomas off the bench. 1-point lead for the Nets, 31-30. 10:20 to go. Here's a shot coming from Dr. J. He will be defended by Marv Roberts, who's a -3. That makes Erving a 48.5. Erving wins that battle, scores 2 more, and it's 33-30 in favor of the Nets. 10 minutes to go in the first half. It's a foul at the Kentucky end. Going to the line is going to be Artis Gilmore. He's a 69.6 free throw shooter. Can't get the first one to fall, but the second one is good. So Gilmore picks up one from the line. And it is a 2-point Nets lead, 33-31, 9:40 to go here in the first half. It's going to be another shot, and it drops. For big man Billy Paltz, he's fouled. And once again is going to go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. That gets the Nets to 35. Paltz is a 74.8 free throw shooter, and it is good. Whoops, that's not correct. So it's now 36-31. It's a 5-point lead for the Nets with 9:20 to go, opening period. It's a basket for Kentucky, and making that shot is Ronald Thomas. 5 points for Thomas off the bench, and it is 36-33, 5-point lead, 9 minutes to go. Another basket for the Nets. Making this one is Billy Paltz. Gets the Nets to 38. 5-point lead again. Kentucky's ball with 8:40 to go. And there's a foul. Going to the line is Bert Averett, 77.8. First one's good. And so is the second. 2 from the line for Averett. He's at 8 for the game. And it is a 3-point game, 38-35 in favor of the Nets. 8:20 to go here in the first half. And there's another foul. Going to the line is Super John Williamson. He's a 83.7 free throw shooter. First one's good. And so is the second. 4 points for Williamson. Gets the Nets to 40. And they lead by 5, 40-35, with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Here's a shot. That shot's being taken by Dan Issel. He will be defended by Larry Keenan, who's a -6. That makes Issel a 41.3. Good defense by Special K. Sends the Nets the other way with a 5-point lead, 7:40 to go in the half. But they turn it over. 7:20 to go. Kentucky returns the favor. 7 minutes to go. And there's a foul at the Nets end. Going to the line is going to be Brian Taylor. He is a 76.5. First one's good. And so is the second. 6 points for Taylor in the game. And it's now 42 to 35. 7-point lead for the Nets, 6:40. Got a foul down at the Kentucky end. Going to the line is going to be Gene Littles. He's a 74.1. First one's good. And so is the second one. So Littles gets in the scorebook off the bench. Gets Kentucky to 37. So they trail by 5, 42 to 37 with 6:20 to go. Here come the Nets. That's going to be a basket. And making that one is the Doctor. 18 points for Irving in this game. Nets are at 44. 44 to 37. 7-point lead, 6 minutes to go. Turnover by Kentucky, 5:40. Here come the Nets. And that's a 2-point attempt coming from Billy Paltz. He'll be defended by Artis Gilmore, who's a -11. That's going to make Paltz a 37.7. And Gilmore wins that battle. And we're down to 5:20 in the first half. We got a foul against the Nets. And going to the line will be Bert Averett, 77.8. First one's good. And so is the second one. So Averett with 10 points. Gets Kentucky to 39, but they still trail by 5, 44 to 39. With 5 minutes to go in the first half, here come the Nets. Another foul down at that end. Going to the line once again is Julius Irving. 79.9. First one is good. So is the second one. 20 points for Irving here in the first half. 46 for the Nets. The 39 for Kentucky. 7-point lead. Excuse me. Here's a basket for the Colonels, and that is going to be Louis Dampier. His first points of the second quarter gets the Colonels to 41. So they trail by 5. 46 to 41, 4:20 to go in the first half. And a foul going to the line. Or excuse me, yes, that's a foul going to the line for the Nets is, yep, Irving. First one's good. And so is the second one. Irving's just tearing it up. Gets the Nets to 48. Where they lead by 7, 48-41. 4 minutes to go in the first half. And there's a foul down at the other end. Going to the line is going to be Will Jones. He is a 73.5. First one is good. Second one, no. First point of the game for Jones. Gets Kentucky to 40. So they trail by 8. 3:40 to go, opening half. Another basket for the Nets. And it's Larry Keenan. Keenan's been kind of quiet, but it gets the Nets to 50. So now they lead by 9. 50 to 41, 3:20 to go in the first half. Here's a shot. Taking that one. It's going to be Gene Littles. He will be defended by Brian Taylor. who's a -6. That makes Littles a 36.8. Good defense by BT. Nets going the other way. 3 minutes to go. And there's going to be another basket down at that end. And it's coming from the doctor, who is lights out in this first half. So it's an 11-point lead now, 52-41. 2:40 to go. And it's been almost all Irving as Kentucky turns the ball over again. 2:20 to go in the opening period. Nets return the favor. 2 minutes remain. And that is going to be a basket for the Colonels, and making that one is the big man, Artis Gilmore. So they cut into the lead a little bit. It's 52-43. Leads cut to 9, 1:40 to go. And that's going to be a basket for the Nets, making that one. Yep. Irving again. Nets at 54. 1:20 to go in the first half. It's a basket for Kentucky, and it is Bert Averett. One minute to go. Here come the Nets. That's a 2-point attempt. And that's going to be coming from Billy Paltz. He'll be defended by big man Artis Gilmore, the -11 Artis Gilmore. That's going to take Paltz down to a 37.7. Good defense by the big man Gilmore. And here come the Colonels the other way with 40 seconds to go. And there's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Dan Issel, 73.8. First one does not go for Issel, but the second one, he gets that one to drop. His first point of the second period gets the Colonels to 46. So now they trail by 8, 54-46. 20 seconds to go. Here come the Nets. And they turn it over. So the last possession will give Kentucky a chance to cut into this lead a little bit more. And they will do that with a basket from Dan Issel. So that's going to do it for the first half. The Nets lead by 6, 54-48. I'll get some totals and we'll be back with the third quarter. Okay, we're back for the third period with the Nets leading 54-49. I missed a mark for Kentucky. Julius Irving has 26 points at the half. So here we go with the third quarter. That one's going to go to the Nets. And here they come. And there's a foul. Going to the line. Billy Paltz, 74.8 from the stripe. First one is good. Second one rattles around and falls in for Paltz. Gets the Nets to 56. Here comes Kentucky, 11:40 to go in the third quarter. Just missed a run, but turned the ball over. Here come the Nets. Nets return the favor. Kentucky coming the other way. And there's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Louis Dampier. He's an 80.9. First one is good. So is the second one. That gets Kentucky to 51. So they trail by 5, 56-51. With 10:40 to go in the third. Another foul. Going to the line will be Bill Melchioni. He is a 79.5. First one, no good. But he does get the second one. Gets the Nets to 57. They lead by 6, 57-51 with 10:20 to go here in the third. That's going to be a basket for the Colonels, and that will be Ted McLean. First time we've called his name. Gets Kentucky to 53. They trail by 4. 57-53, 10 minutes to go. Another foul down at the Nets end. Going to the line will be Julius Erving. 79.9. First one's good. And so is the second one. 59 for the Nets. 53 for Kentucky. 9:40 to go. There's a basket down at the Colonel's end. And that's Dan Issel. I'm hoping you can see this whole score sheet. So it's Issel with the basket, 9:20 to go. Nets turn it over. Nine minutes to go. Nets lead 59-55. It's a 4-point game. Make that a 2-point game because Jim Bradley, backup center, hits the bucket. And it's 59-57 in favor of the Nets with 8:40 to go. And there is a basket from Brian Taylor, and he's fouled. So BT hits the bucket, and he's going to go to the line to try to complete this 3-point play. It's a 76.5 free throw shooter, and he does just that. So it's now 62-57 in favor of the Nets. 5-point lead, 8:20 to go here in the third. It's a basket for the Colonels. And that's Marv Roberts. First time we've called his name in this game. So we're getting some bench play from the Colonels here. Excuse me. And it is a 4-point game, 63-59. 8 minutes to go. There's a foul down at the Nets end. And Erving goes to the line again. He misses the first one, but gets the second one to fall. Gets the Nets to 63, so they lead by 4. 63-59 with 7:40 to go in the third. Foul down at the Colonel's end. Going to the line is going to be Artis Gilmore. 69-9. First one's good. And so is the second. 2 free throws from big Artis Gilmore gets Kentucky to 61. And they trail by 1. 63-61. 7:20 to go. Nets turn it over. Here's Kentucky's chance to tie this up. And there's a foul down at that end. Going to the line is going to be Ted McLean. He's a 75.4 free throw shooter. First one's good, but not the second one. So the Nets still have a 1-point lead. 63-62 with 6:40 to go in the third. Here's a shot attempt from Brian Taylor. He will be defended by Louis Dampier, who's a -3. That makes Taylor a 49.9. Good defense by Dampier, and here comes Kentucky the other way. Chance to take the lead, I believe. Yes, and they will do just that with a basket from Artis Gilmore. So it's now 64-63 in favor of Kentucky. 6 minutes to go in the third. Here is a shot taken by Larry Keenan. He will be defended by Dan Issel. Issel's a -6. That makes Keenan a 44.9. Good defense by Issel. And here comes Kentucky the other way with 5:40 to go. And they're going to score another basket to increase their lead. And that's going to be Will Jones. So it's now 66-63. 3-point lead for Kentucky. 5:20 to go here in the third. Here come the Nets. And there's a foul down at that end. Going to the line is going to be Irving again. He's a 79.9. First one's good. And second one rattles around and drops in. Gets the Nets to 65. So they trail by 1. 5 minutes to go in the third. Here comes Kentucky. That's a basket. And making that one is Will Jones. Small forward. Gets Kentucky to 68. They lead by 3. 4:40 to go in the third. That's a basket for the Nets, and that will be the doctor again. 1-point game, 68-67. 4:20 to go in the third. Another basket for Kentucky, and that's going to be Will Jones again, who's gotten hot a bit here in the third. Gets them to 70. They lead by 3. 4 minutes to go. Here comes New York. And that's going to be a basket. And making that one is Billy Paltz. That's at 69. It's a 1-point game for Kentucky. At 70. 3:40 to go. And Kentucky is going to go on a run to try to cushion this lead. 67. It's a 6-0 run for Kentucky. So they are going to increase their lead. And let's see what column, or excuse me, row. I'm going to go from row 2. So first is the point guard. And that will be Gene Littles. So Littles is going to hit a basket and a free throw. So that gets them to 73. Next is the shooting guard. And that will be Ted McClain. All these so far from the bench. McClain is going to hit a 3. And that gets them to 76. And that's it for the run. So it's, and we take 2 minutes off the clock, so we go down to 140. And now the lead is 76-69. It's a 7-point lead for Kentucky. Nets ball. There's a foul down at that end. And going to the line this time is going to be John Williamson. He's an 83.7 free throw shooter. First one's good, but not the second. Gets the Nets to 70. So they trail by 6, 76-70 with 1:20 to go. Here comes Kentucky, and they turn it over. 1 minute to go in the third. Nets return the favor. 40 seconds to go in the third. And another run for Kentucky. How the tide has changed. 64 is another 6-0 run. That's going to take us into the fourth quarter, but let's get this totaled up here. 53 is going to be from that middle column again. So we're going to get, or excuse me, the middle column this time. We're going to get 2 free throws from the shooting guard, and that's going to be Ted McClain. Getting a lot of bench production from Kentucky here in the third. So that's 2 free throws from McClain. Gets them to 78. We're going to get a 3 and a free throw from small forward Will Jones. So Jones hits a 3 and a free throw. So that gets them to 81, 82. And that's it. And that is going to take us into the fourth quarter. So we take off 2 minutes. That's going to get us down to 10:40 in the fourth. But I'll get some totals for the third here, and we'll be back. All right, we're back for the final period with Kentucky leading 82-70. They've built up a 12-point lead. They outscored the Nets 33-16 in the third. Okay, because of that run, we are down to 10-20, but we will jump the ball. Or actually, no, because it's a run, the Nets will get the ball, and they're going to have Larry Keenan take a shot. It drops, and he's fouled. So a good start, for the Nets here in the fourth quarter. Gets them to 72, and Keenan's going to the line as a 77 free throw shooter, and he makes it. So Keenan, who's been pretty quiet this game, makes it a 9-point game. And 10:20 to go. Here comes Kentucky the other way. It's going to be a 2-point attempt. Taking that shot will be Marv Roberts. He will be defended by Julius Erving, who's a -9. That makes Roberts a 34.1. Good defense by Erving, and the Nets are trying to go on their own little run here. 10 minutes to go. And there's a foul down at that end, and going to the line is going to be Billy Paltz. 74.8. First one's good, and so is the second. And the Nets have gone on a 5-0 run early here in the fourth period, and it's now a 7-point game. 82-75 with 9:40 to go. And it's another run for Kentucky, which is not good for the Nets. And that is going to be an 8. That's an 8-0 run. My. All right. See what happens here. We roll a 22. So we're going to be coming from the second row. So a 3 from the point guard, and that will be Louis Dampier. Gets Kentucky to 85. One free throw from the shooting guard, and that will be Bert Everett. Gets them to 86. And one basket from the power forward, and that'll be Dan Issel. Gets them to 88. And one basket from the center, and that's going to be Artis Gilmore. And that's the 8-0 run. And that gets the Colonels at 90. And they have a 15-point lead with the Nets at 75. We got to take 2 more minutes off the clock, so we're down to 7:40. Time slowly ticking away for New York. They will get a basket here, and that's going to be Billy Paltz. (90-77). 7:20 to go. Turnover. 7 minutes to go. Here comes New York. There's a foul down at that end. Going to the line is going to be Brian Taylor. BT's a 76.5. Misses the first one, but gets the second one to fall. Gets the Nets to 78. It's now a 12-point game, 90-78, 6:40 to go in the game. And there's a foul at the Kentucky end. Going to the line is going to be Bert Averett. He's a 77.8 free throw shooter. Misses the first one. Makes the second one. So Averett from the line gets... Oh, that's not correct. Gets Kentucky to 91. 6:20 to go. Here come the Nets. It's going to be a basket. And it's going to be Billy Paltz having a good fourth quarter. He's got 6 points so far. 6 minutes to go. Kentucky leads 91-78. It's a 13-point lead. And there is a foul down at that end. And going to the line is going to be Dan Issel. 73.8. First one's good. Second one rattles around off the backboard and in. Kentucky's at 93. 15-point lead. The Nets at 78. 5:40 to go. There's a foul down at the New York end. And it's going to be Larry Keenan. Or excuse me, yes, Larry Keenan. He's a 77 even shooter. First one's good. And so is the second one for Keenan. Gets the Nets to 80. So they trail by 13, 93-80. 5:20 to go in the game. And Will Jones takes the shot. He is fouled. The shot is good. He's going to go to the line for a three-point play. So the basket's good. Gets them to 95. And Jones is a 73.5 free throw shooter, and he does make that. 96-80. 16-point lead. 5 minutes to go in the game. Nets need a run desperately. But there's a foul, and going to the line will be Willie Sojourner. Backup center. He is a 70 even free throw shooter. Misses the first one. Makes the second. Gets the Nets to 81 with 4:40 to go. It's going to be a basket for Kentucky, and it's going to be Louis Dampier. Solid performance from Dampier in this one. Nets ball, 4:20 to go. Kentucky leads 98-81, 17-point lead. It's going to be a three-point attempt here for the Nets, and taking that shot is going to be Julius Erving. He's a 33.3% shooter from out at the arc. And Erving gets it to drop. I mean, the game he's having, why not? 3 from Erving gives New York a bit of a spark. They cut into the lead a little bit. Gets them to 84. But they're still down by 14 with 4 minutes to go. Here comes Kentucky. And there's a foul down at that end. Going to the line is going to be backup center Jim Bradley. He is a 73.8. First one's good. Not the second one, though. Gets them to 99. 3:40 to go. Time running out for the Nets. They need a run badly. Instead, they turn the ball over. 3:20 to go. Here comes Kentucky. Kentucky returns the favor. 3 minutes to go. New York goes on that run. And let's see what they get here. 81. It's a 10-2 run. So they're going to make this interesting here at the end. because this is going to take us down to 1 minute. First, let's resolve the 10-2 run. All right, so 46 is we're going to be coming from the middle row. So we get a free throw from the point guard, and that's going to be BT. Gets the Nets to 85. And nothing from the shooting guard. From the small forward, we're going to get 2 baskets and a free throw. Whoops, I should roll both dice. And that's going to be... who else? Julius Erving. So he gets 2 baskets and a free throw. That gets him 87, 89, 90. So right now it's a 9-point lead. We're also going to get a basket from power forward, and that's going to be Larry Keenan. We're at 92. And lastly, 2 free throws from center, and that'll be Billy Paltz. Paltz having a good fourth quarter. Nets get to 94, and it is now a 5-point game, 99-94, with 1 minute to go. Let's see what happens here. Nets have made it interesting. It's going to be a basket for Kentucky, and it's going to be Louis Dampier. 101 for Kentucky with 40 seconds to go. And what do the Nets do but turn it over? 20 seconds to go. And there's a foul. And going to the line is going to be Bert Averett, 77.8. First one's good. And so is the second one. 103 to 94. It's a 9-point game. Final possession. This is just to make the math work. Final possession is for New York, and what do? They turn it over, and that's it. So the Nets are going to receive their third loss, but before we get to those final words, let's get the totals for the third quarter. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Final score 103 to 96. I missed another mark for the Nets when I was completing the fourth quarter. I did not get totals yet as far as individual stats, but let's do that real quick. I'm only concerned really with the Nets, but let's see. Brian Taylor, 6, 8, 9, 11 points for Taylor. Bill Melchioni, 3. John Williamson, 2, 4, 5 from Super John, not good. Skinner didn't play. Irving, 10, 26, 33, 41. Leitner did not play. Larry Keenan, 13 from Keenan. Manning did play but didn't score. Billy Paltz with 20. And Willie Sojourner with 3. All right, so of course Irving's a high scorer for the Nets. Let's see what we got for Kentucky. Dampier, 20. Littles, 5. Bert Averett, 16. McLean, he had 8 all in the third quarter. Jones, 14. Roberts, 2. Dan Issel, 13. Thomas, 5. Artis Gilmore, 15. You can see a much more even point distribution amongst Kentucky in this game. Bradley, 2, 4, 5. All right, so high man for the game, of course, was Julius Erving. High man for Kentucky was Louis Dampier, and this road trip will continue. I believe the next game is back in Memphis, but let me double check that. Well, I can't bring up the schedule right now, but I'm pretty sure it's in Memphis. I may be wrong about that, but all the same, it's still this long 7-game road trip. I think this will be game 5 coming up, game 5 of the road trip. That's going to do it for this one. If you hung out with me, I appreciate it. And I'll be back again in the near future with another replay video. And until then, take care.